Hello. Good evening. Nothraith, it is Farmer Ben here. Slightly full of cold, as you can probably hear in my voice. So if I sound a little bit more hoarse than normal, I do apologise. Now, the purpose of this video is just quickly to tell you about my about training alliances. Now, a few alliances have them. So here we are. This is the training alliance for Pinky and the Brain. Pinky's Narflings, PNB2. Narf, welcome to our little corner of the Acme Lab, sister alliance to the original Pinky and the Brain, Zoit. So this is a what we call a training alliance. Now, the point of a training alliance is that you have some strong members, such as in this occasion you have Kimul, the beautiful, talented Kimul, who is the leader of the alliance. You have me. I'm just popping in. Really, I'm still really an original PNB member, but I'm popping in, and other PNB members may pop in from time to time. The Nightman, who is also very, very experienced, and then you have some players who are like Tim, Dan Brock, James. You've got players who are basically learning the ropes. You've got Steely 2, Steel Shield, Raul Jr. So basically, this is where players can come to hone their skills, and that's the beauty of joining a training alliance. Players from the training alliance would then be accepted into the like the formal alliance. In this case, Pinky and the Brain. There are others available, but it's basically yeah. That's just kind of it's the way to learn how to play the game, get good and skilled, and to help you out a bit, to sort of help players develop their skills. So that is the value of the training alliance. In this occasion, for me, it's nice also to go back to hitting like 4-star Titans. The Goblin King, I haven't seen him for so long. It's like, hey, Goblin King, how you doing? I've missed you, man. You're beautiful in your own way. So it's like I'm hitting. For me, it's nice to be hitting. Lower end warm Titans, having spent a lot of time hitting ones where you really have to think. These ones are beautiful because you literally you don't have to think at all, or at least when you're at my level you don't have to think. But it gives players who are a bit lower down a chance to hone their skills with some more experienced players who will help them in hitting Titans and whatever else. I mean, I can straight away see this is not going to be a particularly effective Titan hit for me, but it's nice that the fact that I don't have to think. It's like my heroes. The Titan is not the one killing my heroes. Basically, it's just how many hits can I get in the time that I have. So that's quite a nice thing to do. It's nice actually to join a training alliance as a more experienced player. Because it gives you a chance to just sort of, relax for a little bit. It's a bit less serious. It gives you a chance to offer advice to players who are new in the game, which is quite good for the soul, I feel. Whilst also, just giving you a chance not to be quite so full on, and deal with Titans which are a lot lower down in the big tree. You can, you have a fair chance of having Titans. That wasn't the move I meant to move. Never mind. You have a fair chance of hitting Titans which are not going to just beat your heroes senseless. It's nice to give your heroes it just feels like a little bit of a break for the heroes. So that's quite nice. If you're an experienced player, I would recommend. If you do have a training alliance linked to your alliance, it's fun to just go back. Also, you come up with wars. So here are this is a war now. Normally in a war, the Bruntress Club. Hello, friendly, fun-loving alliance to learn and grow together as a team. You must attack the Titan or die. Yeah. So another almost like a training alliance, whether they are or not. But it's nice to go out and face these teams that you wouldn't normally necessarily come up against. This guy, what can you say? Excuse me. Oh gosh, this cold is getting annoying. You've got a guy here now. You'll see I'm taking 2 debuffers against him, so it's going to be some war, standard sort of war attacks. The main reason I'm taking 2 debuffers is because they've got what's his name, Cyprian in the centre. Personally, I would never put, just looking at their team here, a word for the wise, I would never put 2 purple heroes together. So I would never have Cyprian next to Rigard. I wouldn't say I would. I'm not saying I wouldn't take them on the same team, but I would put Cyprian in the middle. If I have Cyprian in the middle, I would put Rigard away from Cyprian, so that you're less likely to get, well, I don't know what you call it. Do you call it splash damage? Is splash damage the term? But it's, whatever, you know what I mean. So I don't want the yellow tiles that I'm throwing at Cyprian to hit Rigard, because they're going to do extra damage there. So, I would have put Cyprian way to the side. Doesn't mean, again, as the caveat I always have to make in pure legal terms, is it doesn't mean I'm going to win, but it's just a point of consideration, really. It is, as I say, it's quite nice for me as a sort of veteran player who has built up a substantial number of heroes over the time. It's nice to be able to take on some sort of, essentially weaker opponents. It's like having a little bit of a jolly. The last, I'm gonna blow my own trumpet here. The last Alliance War I won, I had 6 aces, which aces being a raids where you win outright. You don't you don't weaken them for the rest of your alliance. You just win outright. And that was very, very pleasant. I've had one war where I've had 6 aces in my main alliance, where basically everybody is very strong. But 8 aces are good. Let's see, 3810. So I'm looking. Hello, 4064. That's pretty tough. Crocky. Right. So this team has got this is a strong team. Fair play. I didn't expect to come across anyone like that strong. Just quickly check the enemy info. No, this is a tough team. So this team is like one of the more powerful teams. Well, it's a substantial team, which whoever you're fighting. The team gets me to have a little sip and thoughtful moment. Faced with what is not an initially encouraging screen, I'm going to go for this. Typically enough, purples are abundant, and I haven't taken a purple hero. I didn't. Yeah, this is one of those ones where I can only look at it and go, well, I didn't not take a purple hero for any particular reason. Just that was just how it went. I thought, I'm not taking a purple hero because I have a load. Because I'm stacking other colours, but I'm hoping I've got away with it here. This is a tough opponent when one is in a training alliance. It's quite nice to be in a training alliance because you generally, based on my own experience, my last experience, you don't face enemies who are top end of the game. But then for players within the training alliance, it's good that they are, I think it's quite a boost. Like as a trainee, your war chest is still as good, and you've got like more experienced players doing some of the harder hitting. uh, gives you a good chance. I mean, it's all supposedly balances out. I'm never sure entirely how well the balancing stuff on the wars goes, but maybe. So yeah, you'll see that I have gone for a fairly boom boom boom. Another one down the Bruntress Club. Yeah, I mean strong player Quancho 1974. And then let's have a look. 3262 3479. So what I'm looking for is I'm just trying to hit the stronger teams, just because it kind of makes sense, as I am obviously one of the strong players on Pinky and the Brain. Well, actually, that said, I was just about to hit them. Blue, they haven't colour stacked as well, which is something always worth doing, because it means that I can just pick and choose the my targets a little bit. So I will go for Zukong 86. Yeah, I would always recommend colours. Coordinating the colour of your tanks. It does make quite a difference, and whatever level of alliance you are in, color coordinating your tanks is a really sensible move. Don't I would not neglect to do it. Color coordinating, excuse my hoarseness. But yeah, color coordinating your tanks makes it harder for your opponents to color stack against you, which is exactly what I'm in the process of doing here. So I am going to color stack against their Bold Tusk. Boom, he's dead. It meant the blue tiles just did a ton of damage to Bold Tusk, which, I mean, at this point, basically has guaranteed me a win on this raid. Sonia and Caedmon are both, they're both decent heroes, but there's no way that they can turn this around fully leveled, or whatever level they're at. It is simply not going to happen, and that's not arrogance talking. It's that's just how it will be. I mean, you can see the screen after that sort of initial awesome whomping start has not improved, but simply put, the power of my team is now way too high above theirs, and yep, there we go. So for an experienced player, it's nice to join a training alliance, because you're sort of supporting players with advice and that kind of thing, which is the main point. I mean, I'm offering advice to other people on how to set up their teams, and what's going to work, and what I would recommend, and what I would may not recommend, and whatever else have you. From my point of view, it's fun to be hitting some sort of weaker teams in the Alliance War. Doesn't necessarily mean that the Alliance will win or whatever else, but it gives hopefully gives the Alliance a good sort of start to the Alliance, which is nice. Also, I have to say, just quickly before I sign off for the night, I have done a summons. I did an Atlantis summons with my 100 Atlantis coins, which I just basically picked up over numerous months, 3 or 4 at a time, and I did summons. I got Atmos, so he is my first season 2 5-star, and now Atmos I do think is better on the last stage of the game, where he's like ultra powered up and whatever else have you. But at the same time, I will probably take Atmos. He looks like he will be a fun hero to have on my team, so I was quite pleased with that pull. Makes my second 5-star pull, which is good. Oh, I can hit the Goblin King again. Long term, I will be returning to my main alliance. It's nice to sort of be in a training alliance for a little while. But I think the general idea is that within the alliance, various people will come and go and support the training alliance, which is lovely, and it gives us a chance to sort of grow the next generation, so to speak, whilst not weakening the sort of the core alliance. I hope that, excuse me, I hope that it works out very well. So yes, if you are, I mean, if you are a fairly new player to the game and you are looking for a supportive training alliance, then I can recommend Pinky's Narflings. We are, that's where we're at. We're a nice supportive group. Lots of advice freely given. We are. This is one of the things which has always attracted me to Pinky and the Brain, which is my main alliance, is that I've always found them to be very supportive and free in advice. We are reasonably competitive. We want to do well. We do expect players to be, active and hitting titans and whatever else. But we're also sort of friendly and understanding, which I think has always been one of the alliance's sort of biggest strengths to me. But anyway, yeah. So if you are looking for a training alliance and you want to sort of, gain experience in the game and come on and learn some new things, then yeah, check out Pinky's Narflings. Is the alliance to check out. I mean, as I say, other training alliances are out there, but it's a friendly bunch. Even though I do sound currently a little bit hoarse. There we go. So there we are. So a couple of things from the training alliance. So the alliance wars a bit different, different opponents. Nice to be hitting some weaker players. Dare I say it? Makes me feel big, but then I know it shouldn't. So I apologise for that. Nice to be hitting weaker titans. Not so, yeah. So it's nice to just be sort of going a bit retro, hitting Goblin Kings. I haven't hit Goblin Kings for a very long time. And yeah, nice to be helping out some players who, just in terms of just helping them out with advice. Also, because they are in alliance with a few strong players, they may not get to be the number one on the Titan, but they get to hit stronger Titans, which means there's a better chance of decent loot for them. So I know we're only hitting 4-star Titans here, but that gives them a chance. You gives players a chance against some sort of half decent loot, because you get a better loot for a 4-star Titan than like a 1-star and a 2-star Titan, which having been in alliances which were only killing 1 and 2-star Titans a long time ago now, admittedly, it's a good thing to be get. You get better loot. You get better loot, I think, if you're a weak player in a strong alliance than if you're a player who is strong in a weak alliance. So it's worth being in those weak in a half decent alliance. Anyway, so this remains for me to say thank you for watching. I do apologise for my slightly hoarse voice, but thank you for watching. May death come swiftly to your enemies. It has been deeply emotional. Remember to like and subscribe, and as ever, comments would be gratefully received. So this is Farmer Ben saying au revoir, good night, goodbye, bye, hoyle, oh, hello.